I have the book with me. So you were an editor on this particular title here, and I was
Yes,
hoping you maybe could talk a little bit about that and some of the work that went into it.
yes. So as I said, my research has been in the field. So coming from the Gulf Coast, and I did most of my work in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama coast. And after I moved here about 10 years ago, it was 2011, so exactly 10 years ago, um, I had to start all over again. So my first um, area, the geographical area that I started working on was in Indian River Lagoon. And I've noticed that there are a lot of studies done in the Indian River Lagoon, Mosquito Lagoon, Banana River, and then Indian River Lagoon per se. But Daytona Beach, like, the campus of Bethune-Cookman is within 1 mile radius from Halifax River. And I was wondering why there has not been done much study, not much of study has been done within the Halifax River. And I realized that because all it's very built up. There is not much of natural habitat remaining around Halifax River. And also there is no major universities nearby. We had several private institutions nearby. So we have Bethune-Cookman, Embry-Riddle. Daytona State College is not private, but it's smaller and it's
Or
not the major, yes, research university. And we had Stetson. That's not too far. So there's no mega main research university nearby, and then maybe another factor. So I thought, why don't we, Bethune-Cookman, take advantage of being such close location from the Halifax River, and it is built up, and there is not much of natural habitat remaining, but that is the unique factor of Halifax River, because more and more the funding agencies are recognizing the importance of the coastal urban community and coastal urban habitat, the importance of them, and then their contribution to the water, the marine conditions and estuarine conditions. So the coastal urban areas have unique challenges that are pretty much similar throughout the world. For example, stormwater management and the problem of the water pollution that's coming from the nearby cities and residential areas. So, so I thought about how we can use not just the science, because Bethune-Cookman is actually a liberal arts university. So we have stronger liberal arts, non-science majors, and then we can find a way to research using diverse approach like social science, history, and also like business and health science, that all addresses environmental science. The beauty of environmental science is not, it's like you can do anything and it becomes environmental science, because everything that affects your life, that is environment. So I reached out to the faculty on campus from all different disciplines, and also reached out to the faculty from other universities as well. So we formed a little initiative called Halifax River Urban Watershed Sustainability, that's touching every aspect of environment of Halifax River.
yeah, that's what I thought was interesting, is because the middle part of the book really does focus on the history of this area. So it was very
Yes.
interesting to me to read that.
Yes. So it's not really like hard science that anybody can read and understand, yes, the content.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable. So was there anything that surprised you that came out of this research for the publication?
Um, well, what I learned is that this area has really rich history. and a lot of value that we should really delve into. Uh, Really, the most surprising thing was there has not been that much of studies done. And actually, people say when I reached out, and then they told me that there are probably reports done a long time ago. And then all of these archives or reports that are supposed to be there somewhere, we don't know where. So somebody has to do the foundation work. Yes, definitely.
Very interesting. And I guess, we talk about the Halifax River. Is there anything from an environmental standpoint that surprised you from the science end as opposed to the humanities end?
Um, well, the hydrology, the water movement, has been severely affected by um, construction, and particularly um, the bridges, causeways. So then that aspect has to be really studied because it impacts invertebrates and fish, which is nekton, and planktonic movement that will affect also the possibility of having algae bloom, or how it affects certain areas when there is a storm coming because the water movement has been affected by these man-made structures. Yes.
Very interesting. Well, is there anything that surprised you on the survey from that, from an environmental standpoint, plants and the wildlife, any great discoveries or?
Oh, there are a lot of native plants that only occur in this area.
Really?
Yeah, the indigenous species, they're very important. So we should be really proud of what we have.
But I really appreciate you taking some time to share with public today.
Thank you so much for reaching out to me.